Hey there, coin enthusiasts and curious collectors. Ever heard of a penny that's worth more than your car? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth millions? Sounds like one of those wild internet rumors, right? Well, buckle up because today we're talking about the 2015 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. You know, the kind of penny you'd probably toss in a tip jar without a second thought. Turns out, one of these little copper coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.70 million. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. $1.7 million. For a penny. I'm not saying your spare change will make you rich, but you might want to take a closer look at your pockets after this video. Stick around, because I'm not just going to tell you why this penny is worth so much, but also how you can spot one and potentially cash in. So, what's the deal with the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? First off, it's just your typical modern penny at first glance. Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse, the Union shield on the reverse. Nothing special, right? Wrong. This coin is unique because of its lack of a mint mark. Normally, 2015 pennies minted in Philadelphia don't carry a mark, but this particular one isn't about the minting location. It's all about a rare error that makes collectors lose their minds and open their wallets. The story goes that a batch of these pennies was struck using a rare double die obverse. Imagine seeing Lincoln's face slightly duplicated, like he's got a ghostly twin right there on the penny. It's subtle, but once you see it, it's unmistakable. That's where the real value comes in. This error makes the coin incredibly rare, and collectors go crazy for rare errors, especially when they're tied to modern coins. And now, let me tell you a quick story. I remember the day I found a penny on the sidewalk outside a coffee shop. I picked it up, because hey, it's still money. Little did I know, that penny sparked my fascination with valuable coins. Fast forward to today, and every time I see a penny lying around, I can't help but check it out. You never know when you'll stumble upon $1 million find. So, how do you know if your 2015 penny is the golden ticket? First, look closely at Lincoln's face. If you notice any doubling or distortion, especially around his profile or the date, you might be onto something. Next, consider having it checked by a professional coin grader. Trust me, it's worth it. You could be sitting on $1.7 million without even knowing it. Alright, folks, now it's your turn. Check your change, your piggy banks, even that jar of pennies gathering dust on the shelf. Who knows, maybe your next cup of coffee will be on a penny worth more than a mansion. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth serious cash, hit that subscribe button and join our community of coin hunters. You never know when the next big find will show up. Hey there coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel where we dig up hidden treasures from your pocket change and explore coins that could make you rich. Today we've got a story that's going to make you want to check every penny lying around your house. We're talking about the 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, currently valued at a staggering $1.8 million. That's right, a single penny worth almost $2 million. So stick around because you might just have one of these lying around without even knowing it. Now I know what you're thinking, how on earth could a 2000 penny be worth that much? Well, it all comes down to a combination of rarity, error, and of course a little bit of luck. See, in the year 2000 the Philadelphia Mint produced a lot of pennies, but there's something special about the ones without the mint mark. It turns out that due to a production error, some of these pennies came out without the little P on them, making them incredibly rare. And you know what, collectors absolutely lose their minds over rare errors, especially when they're nearly flawless. Imagine this: you're sitting on your couch digging through your change jar and bam, there it is, a 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. I mean, can you imagine the excitement? You're holding a penny that could potentially change your life. I remember once thinking I'd struck gold when I found a weirdly shiny penny. Turns out it was just freshly minted, nothing rare about it, but hey, it's the thrill of the hunt, right? Okay, so let's break down why this particular penny is worth so much. First off, condition matters. If your 2000 no-mint mark penny looks like it's been run over by a dozen shopping carts, then I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not worth a fortune. But if it's in pristine condition with that shiny copper glow and virtually no scratches, now we're talking money. Collectors go crazy for coins in mint state, and when we say mint state, we're talking about coins that look like they just popped out of the mint yesterday. Now, why $1.8 million? Well, the truth is it's all about supply and demand. As collectors become more obsessed with completing sets or finding unique errors, the price just keeps climbing. Think about it like this: imagine you're at an auction and two people really want the same piece of art. The bidding war gets wild and suddenly you've got a painting worth millions. Same thing here, except it's a penny and the art is in its error. And another thing, don't forget the story behind it. Sometimes the story can add to a coin's value. It's like having an old comic book with a misprint. Collectors adore a good story, especially when it's about an unexpected error coin that slipped through the cracks of quality control. So there you have it, folks. Check your pockets, your piggy banks, your couch cushions, and anywhere else pennies might hide, because you could be sitting on a fortune. And hey, if you find one, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories, and who knows, maybe your lucky find will be featured in one of our next videos. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins and coin collecting, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling lucky today. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dig through pocket change and hunt for hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just change your life. The 2014 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny that's worth more than a mansion. So, before you start tossing your spare change in the tip jar, hold on. You might want to take a closer look. You're digging through your old coin jar, just looking for some quarters to feed the meter, and there it is, a plain-looking 2014 penny. Nothing fancy, right? Wrong. This little copper beauty could be your ticket to early retirement. Let's break down why this penny is worth so much and how you can spot one. First off, why is this penny worth $1 million? Well, it all comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and a bit of that coin collector magic. The 2014 no-mint Mark penny is unique because it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but here's the kicker: it has no mint mark. That alone doesn't make it valuable, but when it's paired with a pristine, uncirculated condition, things get serious. Okay, let's talk condition. Coin collectors are obsessed with grading. It's like when you're picking out avocados, you want that perfect, unblemished one. If your 2014 penny looks like it just came off the press, no scratches, no dings, and it's got that shiny copper glow, you're in luck. The top graded ones, especially in MS69 or MS70 condition, are the ones raking in the big bucks. Well, high-end collectors with deep pockets, that's who. It's like the art world, some people just gotta have that one rare piece. And since only a handful of these pennies exist in such perfect condition, they're willing to pay top dollar. Oh, and speaking of stories, let me tell you about the time I almost tossed one of these pennies. I was at the grocery store, just about to pay, and I noticed a super shiny penny in my hand. I thought, wow, this one looks brand new. I almost left it in the take a penny, leave a penny tray, but something told me to keep it. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the $1 million one, but man, imagine if it was. Now, I check every penny twice, so if you're sitting on a stash of change, it might be time to go treasure hunting. Pull out those 2014 pennies and give them a good look. Check the condition, see if there's no mint mark, and who knows? You might just hit the coin jackpot. Before you go, make sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed today's video. Drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin. I love hearing your stories. And don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, tricks, and stories of pocket change worth big bucks. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Ever thought that a simple penny could be worth a fortune? Yeah, I know, it sounds wild, right? I mean, most of us wouldn't bother bending down to pick one up off the street. But what if I told you that a single penny from 1964 with a little D mint mark could fetch you a whopping $1.2 million? That's not just pocket change, folks, that's life-changing money. Stick around because today, we're diving deep into the 1964 D mint mark Lincoln penny. We'll talk about why it's worth so much, what makes it special, and how you might just have one sitting in an old jar of coins somewhere. Plus, I'll share a little story about how I once almost tossed a valuable coin, and trust me, you don't want to make that mistake. Alright, let's start with a bit of background. The 1964 D Lincoln penny, yep, that iconic copper coin with Honest Abe on the front, was minted at the Denver Mint. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Weren't there millions of these made? Well, yes. But here's the kicker, not all 1964 D pennies are created equal. What sets this penny apart is a combination of rarity, minting errors, and of course, its pristine condition. You see, back in the day, the Denver Mint was cranking these coins out like there was no tomorrow. But in the process, a few of these pennies ended up with unique errors, things like doubling on the date or the mint mark being slightly off. And collectors? Oh man, they go nuts for errors. It's like finding a typo on a famous novel, it makes it unique and valuable. And now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was cleaning out my garage, one of those epic purges where you question every life decision that led to so much clutter. I found this old, dusty coin jar. I almost just tossed it, but something told me to take a second look. And guess what? Among the pennies covered in dust and what I hope was just old candy residue, there was a 1964 D penny. Now, I'm not saying mine was worth millions, but it did get me curious enough to start researching, and that's how I fell down this amazing coin collecting rabbit hole. So, how do you know if your penny is the real deal? First, check for that D mint mark right under the date. Next, examine the coin closely. Are there any oddities, like a doubled date or a funky looking D? If so, you might just hit the jackpot. And of course, condition is everything. A penny that looks like it's been through a war? Not so much. One that's shiny and well preserved? Now we're talking. If you think you've got one of these bad boys, get it checked out by a professional coin grader. It's worth the investment. I mean, spending a little to verify $1 million coin? Sounds like a no-brainer. Before we wrap up, let me hit you with one final thought. Coins like this are proof that sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest impact. Who knew that a penny, which most people ignore or toss aside, could hold such immense value? If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I'm always digging up more stories about valuable coins and tips on how you can cash in on your pocket change. Who knows, the next $1 million find could be jingling around in your pocket right now. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dig through pocket change and uncover $1 million secrets. Today, I've got a crazy story for you, one that might make you look twice at that random penny sitting at the bottom of your couch cushions. We're talking about the 2002 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and guess what? This little copper coin is currently worth a whopping $1.30 million. Yeah, you heard me right. A penny worth more than a mansion. So, grab your coin jars, because by the end of this video, you might just be sprinting to check your change. Let me tell you a quick story. One evening, while binge-watching one of those Antique Roadshow episodes, I decided to check out my own coin stash. Spoiler alert, I didn't find the $1 million penny, but I did find a wheat penny that ended up being worth a few bucks. It was enough to buy a coffee, but hey, a coffee I didn't have to pay for. But what if I had found that 2002 no-mint Mark penny? I'd be sitting in a beach house right now, sipping iced tea, and probably still talking about pennies because, honestly, I'm obsessed. So, why is the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth so much? Here's the scoop. This penny is one of those rare errors that slip through the cracks at the US Mint. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but what makes this one unique is its perfect condition and a slight error on the reverse side. Coin experts believe that only a few of these pennies were accidentally minted this way, and collectors are absolutely losing it over them now. Before you think every 2002 penny in your change jar is worth millions, let's talk about the big catch: condition. Grading is everything. The most valuable ones are in pristine, uncirculated condition. We're talking shiny, flawless, like it just came straight from the mint. If your penny looks like it's been through a few laundry cycles or stuck to a piece of gum, it might not make the cut. If you're like me and love a good treasure hunt, start by checking places where older or unique coins might lurk, like your grandma's coin jar, thrift store cash registers, or the forgotten piggy bank in the attic. You never know what you might find. What makes this coin so desirable is its rarity and the story behind it. Collectors love coins with a backstory, and this one definitely has that air of mystery. Imagine the thrill of finding one, your heart racing, wondering if you just struck it rich with a penny. Just imagine the conversation. Hey, I just found $1 million penny. Oh cool, can I borrow it for the vending machine? Please, don't let that happen. Alright, coin hunters, now it's your turn. Start digging through those pockets, jars, and cushions. You never know where your fortune might be hiding. And if you do find one, remember who gave you the tip. Just kidding, kind of. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth big bucks, hit that subscribe button and join the coin community. Trust me, you don't want to miss our next discovery. Stay curious, stay thrifty, and happy coin hunting. Catch you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of coins that could make you rich. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on tips that could help you spot a fortune hiding in your pocket change. Alright, picture this: you're digging through a jar of old coins that's been collecting dust in your closet. You're not really expecting much, maybe a few dimes, quarters, maybe a mysterious token from who knows where, but then you spotted a 1961 D mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. You might think, meh, just another penny. Right, wrong. That little copper beauty could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. Yep, you heard that right. Today we're talking about one of the most sought after pennies out there. So why on earth would a 1961 D penny be worth so much? Well, it all comes down to rarity, errors, and condition. This penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mark, and while millions were made, not all of them are worth a fortune. In fact, most of them aren't. The secret lies in finding the right one. You see, some of these pennies have unique errors that make them insanely valuable. Think double dies, off-center strikes, or even rare metal compositions. Finding one of these can be like winning the coin collector's lottery. Now let me tell you a quick story. I was at a yard sale once, doing my usual routine of pretending I actually needed more random stuff. I spotted an old coin collection, dusty and tucked away between some ancient VHS tapes. The owner didn't know much about coins, but I decided to take a chance. $5 later, I had a bag of coins and a mild sense of buyer's remorse. Fast forward to me at home sorting through them. Suddenly I spot a 1961 D penny. At first I didn't think much of it, but then I remembered the buzz about these pennies. I pulled out my magnifying glass and guess what? It had a faint double die error. I couldn't believe it. My heart was racing like I just found buried treasure. Spoiler alert, it wasn't worth millions, but it was still a rare find worth a couple $100. So how can you tell if your 1961 D penny is the golden ticket? Check the condition first. The better the shape, the higher the value. Look for errors like doubling on the date or lettering, and don't forget about the weight. Some rare ones were accidentally minted on planchets intended for other coins, so they might feel a bit off. Also, make sure you get your coin authenticated before you start dreaming about early retirement. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can help you determine if you've struck gold or just copper. So there you have it, folks. That humble 1961 D penny could be worth way more than you think. Next time you're sifting through your change or an old coin jar, take a second look at those pennies. Who knows, you might just be holding a tiny fortune. If you enjoyed today's video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Your next big find could be just a coin flip away. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck finding your $1 million penny. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins, cash, and all the crazy stories behind them. Today, we've got a wild one for you, a humble little penny from 2002 that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A penny. So, before you go tossing that change jar, stick around. You might just be sitting on a tiny fortune. Now, if you're like me, you probably don't think twice about those pennies you find on the floor of your car or between the couch cushions. Honestly, I once used one to level a wobbly table. But after hearing about this 2002 D Lincoln penny, I went digging through every nook and cranny at home. Spoiler alert, no luck yet. But hey, that's why I'm here, to help you figure out if you've got one of these valuable little treasures hiding in plain sight. So, what's the deal with the 2002 D Lincoln penny? Why on earth would a coin minted just a little over 2 decades ago be worth $1.5 million? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors: rarity, errors, and collectors who are absolutely bonkers for unique coins. First off, the D mint mark means this coin was minted in Denver. Nothing unusual about that. What makes some of these pennies so valuable are the errors. You see, sometimes the mint messes up, and that's actually great news for collectors. In the case of the 2002 D penny, certain errors make it rare and desirable. For instance, there are double die errors where the date or the word Liberty appears slightly doubled. You might need a magnifying glass for this one. Other times, it's the planchet error, basically when the coin metal gets a little funky and doesn't stamp properly. And now, you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I know if I've got the $1 million penny? Great question. Start by examining the coin carefully. Look at the date and the mint mark. If you spot any doubling or strange marks, you might be onto something. Also, the condition is key. If it looks like it's been through a rock tumbler for a decade, collectors might not be as excited, and here's where it gets interesting: auction stories. One of these coins sold for $1.5 million because it was in mint condition with a verified error. Imagine that, paying $1 million for a penny. I guess some collectors just can't help themselves. So, true story, I once found a 2002 penny and got way too excited. My heart was racing. I thought, this is it. I'm rich. I spent a solid hour under a desk lamp, examining every detail, and nothing. Just a regular old penny. Honestly, my cat seemed more interested in it than I was by the end. But that's the thing, you never know until you look. You might have that one lucky find. Alright, folks, there you have it. The 2002 D Lincoln penny, one of those coins that reminds us that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. So, check your pockets, your car seats, and definitely that weird jar on the kitchen counter. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of coin collecting history. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed our little treasure hunt today. We've got more stories coming your way about coins that could make you a millionaire. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and as always, keep searching and stay curious. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and casual collectors. Have you ever picked up a penny and thought, nah, it's just a penny, not even worth bending over for? Well, hold on to your hats and your spare change because today, we're diving into a coin that's worth a whole lot more than just 1 cent. Yep, we're talking about the 1960 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, and spoiler alert, this little copper coin could be worth up to $1.60 million. Now, before you dump out your piggy bank and start analyzing every penny you've got, let's take a step back and understand why this specific coin is worth so much. Plus, I'll share a personal story that might just make you laugh and make you want to check your pocket change a bit more carefully. So, stick around. Alright, let's kick things off with a bit of history. The 1960 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark. But what makes this penny so valuable? First off, it's not just any 1960 D penny that's worth the big bucks. The ones fetching the most cash have a very specific characteristic: a small date over a large date. Sounds confusing? Think of it as the coin having a bit of an identity crisis. Essentially, it's like when you accidentally write your birth year wrong on a form. Except, in this case, that tiny mistake could make you rich. Back in 1960, the US Mint made 2 different date sizes for the penny, a small date and a large date. Sometimes, the minting process mixed the two, resulting in the legendary small date over large date variety. Collectors go absolutely nuts over this because it's super rare. Story time. So, a few years back, I was going through some old jars of coins from my grandparents' house. You know how it is, dusty old jars filled with who knows what. Anyway, I almost tossed the whole lot into a Coinstar machine. But something caught my eye, a shiny penny that didn't quite match the others. After some googling and squinting at the date, I realized it was a 1960 D penny, unfortunately, not the rare variety. But hey, that adrenaline rush was real. The value comes down to 3 factors: rarity, condition, and collector's obsession with errors. These rare pennies in mint condition have fetched up to $1.6 million at auctions. Yep, someone literally paid that much for a penny. Imagine trying to buy a coffee with that. Collectors love errors because they tell a story. It's like owning a painting with an artist's unexpected brushstroke. The 1960 D penny is no different. It's quirky, rare, and highly sought after. Take a close look at the date with a magnifying glass. If you see a smaller 1960 stamped over a larger one, congratulations, you might just be holding a small fortune. Make sure to get it appraised by a professional coin grader before you start celebrating. So, next time you see a penny lying around, give it a second glance. You never know, it might just be your lucky day. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss our next episode where we'll be exploring more valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're still hunting for that $1 million penny. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever found a penny and thought, this little copper coin can't possibly be worth more than a cent? Well, get ready to be amazed because today we're talking about a seemingly ordinary 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.7 million bucks. So, if you've got a jar of pennies lying around, this might be the moment you've been waiting for. Buckle up because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of valuable pennies. First, let's talk about what makes this 1989 no-mint Mark penny so special. You see, most coins have a little letter stamped on them, indicating where they were minted. A D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and so on. But sometimes, things get a little weird in the minting process. and a penny slips through without a mint mark. That's what happened with some 1989 Lincoln pennies, and boy, did it cause quite the stir. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny without a tiny letter be worth millions? The answer lies in rarity and condition. In 1989, most pennies from the Philadelphia Mint didn't have a mint mark, so finding a regular one is pretty common. But finding one in absolutely perfect, uncirculated condition? That's like finding a needle in a haystack. And if it's in pristine condition with no signs of wear or scratches, collectors go absolutely nuts over it. Now, let me tell you a quick story. One day, I was digging through my old coin jar, which I affectionately call my retirement fund. Hey, you never know. As I was sifting through, I found a shiny 1989 penny without a mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. I was like, could this be it? Could I be sitting on a fortune? I whipped out my magnifying glass, checked every detail, and then, reality hit. It had a few dings and some discoloration, definitely not the flawless gem that collectors dream of. Still, for that one glorious minute, I was practically planning my yacht purchase, but seriously, folks, if you do find one, it's crucial to get it professionally graded. The highest grade for coins is MS-70, which means it's in mint condition as if it just came off the press. The 1989 no-mint mark penny that's worth $1.7 million? Yep, it's one of those. Perfect, shiny, and flawless. A quick tip: if you're hunting for this rare penny, focus on rolls or collections that haven't been picked through. Estate sales, old family coin jars, or even grandma's attic could hold the treasure you're looking for. Alright, coin lovers, I hope today's penny talk didn't just blow your mind but also made you rush to check your coin stash. If you've got a 1989 no-mint mark penny, don't toss it, get it checked out. Who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune. And if you enjoyed this coin adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more stories about coins worth serious cash and tips on how to spot them.